So yesterday when I got off work and I checked Twitter, I noticed the hashtag Gina Rodriguez is canceled, and I had no idea what was going on. I just know her from Jane the Virgin, and I also saw the hashtag Gina Rodriguez is canceled. Now, Gina has stepped in it a few times with her mouth, but this time, a lot of people feel like she really, really stepped in it because of this right here. Go ahead and check this video out, y'all.
Do what you do, believe me. Niggas give me heebie-jeebies.
Now, people are canceling her because she was singing the lyric out of Ready or Not by the Fugees, the 1996 song. And she said the N-word. So she took a lot of backlash for that yesterday. Like I said, she was trending. I had no idea until I started to look it up and saw why she was trending. So when she saw how bad things had gotten, she took back to Instagram to issue an apology. Go ahead and check this out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to reach out and apologize. I am sorry. I am sorry if I offended anyone by singing along to the Fugees, to a song I love, that I grew up on. I love Lauryn Hill, and I really am sorry if I offended you.
Now, a lot of people felt like her apology was sincere, but a lot of people still wasn't buying the fact that she even said the word and that she spoke it. So she took, once again, to her Instagram to issue an apology. She said, in a song or in real life, those words should have not been spoken. I grew up loving the Fugees and Lauryn Hill. I thoughtlessly sang along to the lyrics of a favorite song, and even worse, I posted it. The word I sang carries with a legacy of hurt and pain that I cannot even imagine. Whatever consequences I face for my actions today, none will be more hurtful than the personal remorse I feel. Watching my own video playing back to me has shaken me to my core. It is humiliating that it has to be a public lesson, but is indeed a much-deserved lesson. I feel so deeply protective and responsible to the community of color, but I have let this community down. I have some serious learning and growing to do, and I am so deeply sorry for it, or whatever she said. It got cut off, I'm sorry. So here we are again with the discussion of the N-word. It seems like it is just going to be one of those things that will never go away. As long as that word is in our music every day, in our conversations every day, it's just one of those words that's going to always trigger a lot of people. Like I said, there are some people, I was just kind of checking out the temperature yesterday of the people. A lot of people felt like, well, listen, it's a song. She was just singing a lyric. Then there are people who started to bring up the fact that Gina Rodriguez has a bit of anti-black. She has an anti-black past. Some of the stuff that she has said in the past, some of the statements that she's made, that's why a lot of people are triggered. For instance, she was actually, she mentioned something when Black Panther came out and everybody was excited about seeing these black superheroes in Marvel and, and Hollywood. She had some feelings about that. All right. She also has faced criticism for appearing to overlook black women over and over and over again. All right. She's talking like, Marvel and DC Comics are killing it in inclusion for women, but where are the Latinos? So she's one of what you might call an all lives matter type of chick. I'll never forget that interview. I wish I could have just found it for this quick video, but there was an interview that she was doing with Yara Shahidi. You might remember Yara Shahidi is the young girl Zoe from Grownish, and they were doing an interview together. And the interviewer asked her about being a role model. He asked Yara Shahidi how it felt to be a role model to black women. And then Gina Rodriguez completely bombarded and interrupted the conversation between the interviewer and Yara Shahidi. It was like, no, so many women. He was specifically talking about black women, and she changed it to women, all women. And that was another thing. That was just another one of those instances where she put her foot in her mouth, just like she also put her foot in her mouth before when she kept saying that black women get paid more than Asian women in Hollywood, and Asian women get paid more than Latina women. And it just isn't true. That's just not true. Not in Hollywood and not in the United States either. So it's clear for a while that she's had these kind of thoughts. And so when the N-word pops out of her mouth, people feel a type of way. But I have to just bring this up again. And I hate to do it, but it has to be said. I think there's a lot of confusion for a lot of people about who you let say it and who you don't. Now, Gina Rodriguez, when she was facing backlash from all the criticism she got for, like I said, some of the stuff that she said in the past, of course, she pulled the "my father's Afro-Latina." So she is actually of Puerto Rican descent. So here we are. Another one of them. She is what they call Afro-Latina. And again, the confusion is who gets to say it and who doesn't. Now, apparently, they're not giving Jane the Virgin a pass. But again, this is the same group of confused folks that give Fat Joe a pass, Cardi B a pass. J-Lo has said the N-word, even though she did face some backlash from that. You got DJ Khaled, who says it in his music. You got French Montana, who says it. And don't come on here talking about French Montana as black. He is not. He is an Arab from Morocco. Morocco is in Africa, yes, but that might make him African, but he is Arab. Okay, let's get it straight. There are 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine says it. So I think a lot of people feel like, listen, who we giving passes to and who we not? Because I can see how, on one hand, I can see how that can be confusing for a lot of people. These people over here can say it. Fat Joe can say it because he grew up next to black people, next door neighbor to black people. I mean, that's just confusing to me. Now, Gina Rodriguez, to me, is one of what I might call a white Puerto Rican. You know, a lot of them identify as white. But I am confused, as well as a lot of people. I don't think she should have said it. But at the same time, I just think a lot of people are confused about the passes that black folks keep giving out. You give them out to some of these folks, but you don't give them out to all the folks. When Remy Ma said that she didn't have a problem with certain people saying or people saying it, then I hope that energy applies to Gina Rodriguez too. Because people are confused. They are. And the reason is because black people are, it seems like the black people are the only race of folks who allow a word that used to be so hurtful and denigrating and still derogatory in a sense to be used by everybody and monetized by everybody. The N-word has been monetized by the Jewish people who own the record companies, who own Hollywood, and you have allowed them to use it. We are the only race of people that monetize the degradation of black women. No other race of people put that kind of stuff in their music but us. Only black people. White people are the biggest consumers of hip hop, and these white executives, these white people that own these companies, they know it. And some of these black hip hop artists know it too. And they don't care because it's about the bag. It is not about anything else. So I can see why people would get confused about who can say it and who can't. I just think it's one of those rules that you just should know. If you are not black, don't say it. But even that sometimes for me just sounds a little silly because they're monetizing it. They monetize the use of the word. A lot of people are saying she didn't mean it in a hurtful way. She was singing a Fugees lyric. Girl, just don't say the word. I mean, seriously, just don't say it. And again, Gina Rodriguez is one of those people who have said that all lives matter stuff before. So I can see why people felt the type of way about her saying it. But I think we as a collective have got to figure this out. Because I think it is confusing for a lot of people that black people allow some people that are absolutely not black to say it. But the other people that you don't necessarily rock with, well, they can, Cardi B, Fat Joe, Tekashi 6ix9ine, DJ Khaled, French Montana, those guys can say the word because they cool. We like them, but you cannot say it. Like that, you understand how confusing that can be? And like I said, I'm not giving this girl a pass because she has said some dumb things. And she does have, in my opinion, she's had some anti-black sentiment in her language before, which makes it all the more worse for her. I don't know if her apology was sincere. I just think that she was facing backlash, so she had to say something. I mean, the bottom line is she's an actor in Hollywood. She don't want to start losing jobs, so she had to say something. But what do you guys think about this? Do you have a problem with her saying the lyric? Do you have a problem with her saying the N-word in the lyric because it's a song? Or do you think, you know what? If you ain't black, just don't say it. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.